Alright, I'm back. I don't honestly know how long I'm going to stream this because I need to do a lot of actual research for this game to actually try to show off everything. But I thought I might as well get back in the game and figure things out a little bit. I'm not going to do any major quests, at least not yet. But at the moment, we're going to go get Fading Moon's bounty. Captain Sen of the Imperial Army has tasked you with tracking down an arsonist named Fading Moon. Fading Moon was last seen heading for the necropolis. She must still be hiding there somewhere. Which I believe I remember where that is from last time we played. Should be right over here. I think that's right. And also, if I'm not mistaken, this is where we need to go for a major quest. So hopefully we'll avoid the major quest. For now, at least. This is going to be sort of a mini short stream. Because for the main part, it's just going to be me relearning the game. Because I still need to sit down and, like I said, research. Because I played this game before, I really love it. But I want to see everything. I want to experience everything about this game that I'd never seen before. And hopefully show people that might enjoy it stuff they haven't seen either. I mean, that's the whole goal with this series. Plus I want an excuse to play it. Oh god, the map.
Kill.
I believe I can't hit them with weapons, if I'm not mistaken. How do we... That's still the attack. Oh, that's why she went slow. And that's how you cartwheel. Or cartwheel, that's how you dodge. Yes, Wildflower, and I forgot what the transformation's name is.
Well, stranger, you have some spirit to you. You fight like a demon. Those poor lost souls didn't stand a chance against you. I could use the skills of a woman like you. Normally, I don't think much of a woman in my line of work, but I think you can help me with a problem I've been having. My name is Shen. I'm the first gravedigger here. It's my job to look over the necropolis and make sure all the peaceful souls are laid to rest.
What do you want?
I've got to dig the holes, fill them, and balance the books and everything. Nice, proper burials. But now, with all these ghosts rising again, I've got problems. No one seems to want to stay dead, and I can't go refunding all the burial money to all the families of the ghosts now. I can't afford it. So, I just want you to do a little job for me. Nothing hard. Just put the ghosts back where they belong. Quiet them down a bit. Well, there'll be a little bit in it for you as well, don't worry. Can't have you going away empty-handed now, can we? So, what do you say?
Why are all these spirits causing trouble?
Trouble? Well, they've always been trouble. Every few years, one would act up and we'd have to have some monks come by and put them down. But now they're coming up all over the place. The last few years, they've been becoming more and more common, and more of a problem as well. Especially for me. They don't take too kindly when I try to, tidy up their coffins and things. But it also means I can't use those areas of the necropolis. It's too dangerous now. So, you interested?
How long has this been going on?
Well, forever. There's always someone who doesn't rest too easy in their grave. Not here, anyway. Every couple years, some ghost would rise up and the monks would come and put him down. But now they're coming up all over the place. The last few years, they've been becoming more and more common, and more of a problem as well. Especially for me. They don't take too kindly when I try to, tidy up their coffins and things. But it also means I can't use those areas of the necropolis. It's too dangerous now. So, you interested?
I really don't trust him. What makes you think I can do this?
I've seen you fight. You put that spirit down good and proper. Better than the monks who used to come here, even. I reckon you've had training in this sort of thing. But you don't look like a monk, so you probably don't have their scruples about money either. I come by a lot of valuables in my line of work. I can pay well. So, you interested?
I'll do it.
Great! Now those ghosts will know who's boss around here. They just bring themselves back up as fast as I can put them in. I'll give you a reward for any ghosts you take care of. You can make good money that way. There are 3 main ghosts to deal with. Miss Chan, Merchant Bai, and Mr. Ren. I'll give you a reward for each, of course. I know a bit about them, but not that much. If you need a little something to give you an extra edge, I'm sure I can part with some trinkets I've found. I mean, it's not like they'll need them anymore.
I'd like to ask you some questions about the necropolis.
Eh? What is it you want to know?
Tell me about Death's Hand.
Never mention that name near me again. In fact, never mention that name within a mile of me. Just by saying his name, you could bring his wrath down on us. Now, just ask something else or leave me be.
Tell me about the Lotus Assassins?
Shh! Don't talk about them. They have ears everywhere, even among the dead. The Emperor's secret assassins, they call them, as silent and mysterious as death, which is exactly what's in store for us if we keep talking about them. They say no one who's crossed them has ever lived to tell of it, and I'm not going to test the truth of that rumor. Just talk about something else.
Tell me about the necropolis.
Well, it's my life's work, that's for sure. And with the way all these spirits have been rising up, it'll probably be my death's work as well. At the center of it all is the Emperor's tomb. A monstrosity, I tell you. Completely unnecessary. But the Emperor's word is law, and they never even finished the thing. Strange things have been going on here. Ghost troubles and such. I don't know, but it seems like it'll soon be too dangerous for even me to stay here.
Let's see. Tell me about the Emperor's Tomb.
That big monstrosity? They started building it for the Emperor years ago, but after the Emperor freed us from the droughts, they stopped working on it. Workers started getting sick. Ghosts from the old tombs under it gave them a bit of trouble, too. Before long, no one would go near it, and it never really got finished. Don't know what the Emperor's gonna do when he gets old, but I suppose he knows what's best.
And let's see. I'll ask some other time.
Suit yourself.
What is it you're selling?
Well, you know, a few things here and there. They just sort of fall into my hands.
I bet they
You don't
do.
need them anymore, eh?
I think it's wrong you've been stealing from the graves here.
Eh? It's not like they need any of that anymore. Feel some compassion for them, do you? Maybe you don't have what it takes to do my job.
I have what it takes. I'll do your job.
Then you're no better than me. We both just do the best we can with what we're given, so let's just leave it at that. Is there anything else you wanted?
Let me see what you're selling. Let's see what you have. Ooh. We don't need any of this.
If you need to find me again, I'll be at my house down the road.
I didn't finish talking to him. I had other stuff I wanted to ask him about. So it feels really weird playing this again.
One of those damn spirits came up right in my backyard. The stupid thing won't let anyone get by. It's got my tools and everything. Just kill the damn thing.
Alright, I'll take care of it for you.
1,000 cuts.
Oh, just a straight up ghost.
Storm dragon.
There we go.
Tail demon.
Oh, I forgot about this. Keep doing the charged attacks.
Storm dragon. 1,000 cuts.
What do you want?
We don't have
Okay.
anything to talk with her. We don't have anything to talk about with her right now. Soon we'll have things to talk about with her and everyone else in our group. I'm kinda ready for that. Oh god. It's dead then. Heh. Good. I knew that old bag would try to come back for me someday, but she wouldn't have guessed I'd have someone like you on my side. You knew that ghost?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. She was my mother-in-law. Never once in her life did she say a kind word to me, and now she tried to keep at me even in death. You got what you deserved! Do you hear me? You deserved it! But any good job deserves a reward, of course. Here you go. She had some nice things in her grave, too. Since she's gone, I guess she won't be keeping me from them anymore.
You're robbing her grave?
It's not a robbery. We're family. I'm just taking it back. Besides, she doesn't need it anymore, and I do. Now, go and find those ghosts I told you about. Can't get a good day's work done with them still around.
I really don't like this guy.
The grave digging business sure is a killer. What do you need?
Let's see. I want to talk about one of your troublesome ghosts.
What about them?
Tell me about Miss Chan.
Ah, Miss Chan. A tragedy, really, and one that happens all too often. It's always the pretty ones who go. She died in childbirth, and the baby died with her. Her family put her in the family plot along with her son. She came up again recently, looking for revenge on me. She seems to think that I killed her baby, or took it, or something. Maybe she saw me take away the body, but she won't believe me. Every time I go near, she tries to kill me. That's valuable retail space over there.
Tell me what you know about her baby.
Her baby? Not much. It's in one of the plots there, I'm sure. You can find it if you look. It was a long time ago. I don't even remember what its name was. But it was short, I know that. Definitely less than 3 words. But... sorry, that's really all I remember. Anything else you want to know about the ghosts?
Tell me about Merchant Bai.
Ah, that one. He's mad, I tell you. Mad with fear, though, of what I have no idea. You'd think he'd be grateful considering what's gone on here. He was murdered in an alleyway. Happens a lot in the poorer districts. They eventually caught his murderers and they were beheaded. I know. I put them in the ground myself, dead as can be. You'd think he'd be grateful with them dead and gone, but up he comes the very next day, screaming his head off. He's driving the customers away.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, see if you can't do something about him quick. I'm too spooked to go in that area anymore. I need those plots to honor some ancestors. Anything else you want to know about the ghosts?
Sorry if you heard my recliner there. It was a bit loud.
He was buried by his wife a short while ago. I don't know what killed...
Hold on. I'm gonna redo that because I didn't even read that out loud. Tell me about Mr. Wren.
He was buried by his wife a short while ago. I don't know what killed him. The family wouldn't talk about it. But his face was bloated like you wouldn't believe. His wife's still around, though. She won't visit since he came up. Every time she gets near, he starts screaming incoherently, and he's out of it for days. Nothing near him is safe.
Tell me about his wife.
His wife? She's still around in town, I think. She lives down in the market district near the entrance to the Black Leopard School. Why would you want to see her, though? She's already buried him. Anything else you want to know about the ghosts?
Not right now.
Oh, well, if you do find one, put it back in the ground. That's when you'll get your money. Is there anything else?
No, I must be going.
Well, you know where to find me.
Also, this is going to be our open palm playthrough. So, we're gonna do everything the nice way. That we can, at least. The nicest way that we can. And I feel like the best thing we could do is try to lay these ghosts to rest peacefully. We might as well leave the necropolis and find Mr. Wren's wife. Because everybody else is in the necropolis. Everything else we need to do is in the necropolis. So why not come out here first, do this, and then go back and finish everything else? I'm gonna have to see if I can pull up a full map. Because I believe he said that she lived near the Black Leopard School. Let's see. Is it over here? Scholar's Garden. What is this guy?
If only I could find a way to put things right.
We probably have a quest in our journal right now that we're not working on. At least not yet. But we definitely will at some point. Also, I do plan on trying out every single weapon, fighting style, all that stuff. And I gotta get very specific things throughout this in the next playthrough. And that's kind of why I need to research. And since I don't remember everything that I went and looked up and learned about the game about 6 months ago, I really feel like I need to do it again. We'll find out soon though. I keep wanting to get back to look at the map. Black Leopard School is over there. So it looks like there's somebody new to talk to. Captain Sin is part of a quest that we're also working on while we're in the necropolis. Gotta find somebody. The History of Flight, Volume 4. I don't remember if we read the other three, but here we go. Sometime after Scholar Shu Wen and his prototype flyer disappeared, an apprentice from the Imperial City discovered the scholar's cryptic notes, detailing the use of the inscrutable power source. The apprentice showed the information to his master, General Sung Tao, Song Tao was an engineer before he joined the army, and he recognized the potential of the scholar's work. He convinced Emperor Sun Swin, I hope I pronounced that right, to fund a project to develop a flyer for use in the army. The Emperor agreed readily, and after several months of trying, the first true flyer was created. Within a year, the skies near the Imperial Palace were filled with flyers. Though the safety of the new flyers was questionable, it didn't take long for others to adopt and improve upon the design. Guess we have not read that because that gave us experience. There's nothing in there for us. My friend said that someone beat up the Outlander. That's why he's not yelling anymore.
I like watching the fights at the arena, but only when the good fighters are there.
I've heard rumors of a young hero making quite a stir in Tian's Landing.
Those pots, like the one I just broke, can give us currency, they can give us relics, I think that's what they're called, or they can be traps.
Welcome, welcome! Did someone from the Black Leopard School send you? No, I suppose you don't quite look like one of their students. Well, no matter. If you're looking for weapons, I have quite a good selection and reasonable rates. Would you like to see what I have for sale?
Yes, I would.
Here you go. There's quite a lot, so take your time.
A bar of nickel iron, we need that. Craftsman's litany. Many craftsmen speak or repeat litanies in their heads while they work. Their repetition helps them focus. A warrior who has learned the power of such exercise can adapt their meditative. I swear I'll learn how to read one day. Nature to the battlefield with much the same results. Flawless. Oh. Sell to store. I'm not gonna sell those. We're gonna need to get some currency and come back and get these at some point. That was really weird, the audio cut out there. But I didn't find this out until after I started streaming on the 360. The 360's backwards compatibility is not the best, and it will stutter and freak out sometimes. So whenever we do the closed palm playthrough, we will probably do that on the original Xbox and see if it actually runs smoother.
It's finally safe to go back to the Scholar's Garden now that the Outlander has been dealt with.
Watch yourself around the Lotus Assassins. There's something...
Don't worry, Sung Tao. I'm doing everything I can to prove you're innocent. Good day, miss. Are you the new investigator I sent for? No, I can tell from your attire that you're not from the Ministry. Oh, this is terrible. Everyone I send for disappears. There are powers at work here that are beyond my means to control.
Who are you?
I am Prefect Jitang. It is my duty to ensure that convicted criminals in the city are sentenced appropriately. But there are complications with my current trial. I have in my custody a suspected slave trader, Chandler Ling. But one of the high-ranking ministers is trying to get him released, and he wants me to convict another man. The man they want to accuse, Scholar Sun Tao, is a friend of mine, and I'm certain of his innocence. I need you to find proof so I can present it to the Minister of Justice.
I'll do it. I can't stand to see an innocent man accused.
Really? You will help me? Thank you. Thank you so very much. I need to find proof that Ling is the guilty one, and by so doing, exonerate Song Tao. If I can't prove Ling's guilt, I'll be forced to sentence Song Tao to death. But every time I ask someone to discover the truth, they disappear or turn up dead. Our best lead is Zibao, the last person known to have spoken with Ling before his arrest. But Bao knows me and my men. He won't talk to us.
I want to learn more about Scholar Song Tao.
I've known Scholar Song Tao for several years. His uncle and my father were good friends. I only wish I knew why the governor wants him accused of this crime. If you want to know more about Song Tao, you should speak with him yourself.
Tell me about Chandler Ling.
Chandler Ling is a well-respected businessman and merchant here in the city. Until recently, I had no reason to suspect him of any wrongdoing. When I investigated Ling's shop, I found a valuable knife that I had purposely entrusted to one of my men, a man who has since disappeared. Chandler Ling had a knife belonging to a man whose body couldn't be found. That was all the evidence I required.
What is Zibao's connection to Chandler Ling?
I have no idea. The two men were seen together before we arrested Ling, but I have no other information about Zibao. He spends most of his time in the heart of the Empire Tavern, and he doesn't seem to have dealings with anyone else besides Chandler Ling. I know if I went to speak with him, I would get nowhere, but you could speak to him without raising suspicion.
Tell me about the slave traders. I'm sorry, that was a little quiet. Tell me about the slave traders. Ugh.
I wish there was something concrete I could tell you. They're like a whisper on the wind or a shifting shadow. You think you see something, and then there's nothing. Whoever is behind the slavers must have a great deal of power. To remain that invisible is a hard thing to do.
I'll go find Zibao then.
Good. Look for him in the heart of the Empire Tavern. It's upstairs at the Imperial Arena. Don't scare him away. If we lose him, we lose our last connection to Ling.
I'll make sure we don't lose him.
I don't know why you're wasting your time. I'm obviously innocent, and yet you still want to risk yourself needlessly.
Why are you so sure I'll be at risk?
I'm no fool. Those men haven't returned, and I can assure you it isn't because they've decided to take a holiday. Chasing after criminals is dangerous work. Obviously, there are risks involved. Why would you risk yourself when even the local minister seems content with the scholar's arrest?
Tell me about yourself, Chandler Ling.
What's to tell? I'm a merchant and quite a good one. My clients are usually very happy with my goods. You likely haven't heard of me simply because I have a very elite clientele. The average person on the street cannot afford the items I sell. Other than my occupation, I suspect we are very much the same, you and I, though I happen to be a little more restricted than you at the moment.
Why were you arrested? What were you doing?
Doing? I wasn't doing anything more than I usually do in a day's work. I was selling my wares to a few of my preferred clients. Prefect Jitong was one of them. The next thing I know, guards confiscate my goods and tell me I'm suspected of slave trading. It was likely the most ludicrous thing I've ever been told. Of course, the prefect claims that some of my items belong to his missing men, but that doesn't mean I took the items from their lifeless bodies.
How did you acquire those items belonging to Jitong's men?
In a given day, I meet with several buyers and probably twice as many sellers. There are always more sellers than buyers. My job is to determine whether something is worth buying, not whether the seller is worth buying from. If I see a bargain, I don't care who the seller is. Suffice to say, those items could be from any number of sellers. I don't recall who sold them to me, but that certainly doesn't make me guilty of slave trading.
What can you tell me about the slave traders?
No more than you've heard for yourself, I'm sure. They are a myth, a rumor, really. Nobody has ever seen them, and nobody has any proof they exist. And yet, there is still a belief that they exist. Madmen terrorizing the poor and abducting the helpless. It all seems very superstitious. Abducting a person isn't like picking someone's pocket, you know. There would be evidence, signs of a struggle. But people will believe what they want to.
Let's see. What do you know about Scholar Songtao?
I can honestly say I had never met or heard of the man until he was arrested. He's obviously not wealthy enough to be one of my clients. Apparently, he spends a good deal of time with the poorer folk in the city. No doubt that's why he is under suspicion. Doesn't strike you as a bit odd? A scholar with all the benefits that position entails, choosing to spend time with the poor people. It does seem a little suspicious.
Really? Maybe he's just a nice person.
Of course. Do what you need to. If you discover anything, it will only prove my innocence further. Good luck.
I guess
So you
seems
think
like
you
a
can
dick.
free me? Prefect Jitong has sent many good men to their deaths trying to free me. I hope you won't get into similar trouble.
How do you know they are dead?
Well, that's what Jitong fears. I have no reason to doubt him. Besides, why else would the men not return and their belongings suddenly appear on the market?
Pure coincidence. It's not proof. It's purely circumstantial. Anyone will tell you that.
At any rate, it seems likely that's what has happened to the men. I feel terrible for them, but I have my own problems to deal with, as you can see.
Tell me about yourself, Scholar Songtao.
I am a scholar, though still a junior scholar by most regards. I assist the philosophers and scholars with their work. It's a good life, though I can't help feeling guilty sometimes. The scholars and philosophers have many privileges, while so many live with so little. I spend my spare time in the poor quarters, helping where I can. If I have any extra money, I use it to help the people there. It's not much, but I like to think it helps.
I like this guy. Why were you arrested? What were you doing?
I don't know. I was just down in the poor quarters helping a family with some repairs on their hut. I was leaving their house when the guards came for me. They told me I was suspected of abducting people from the poor quarters. I told them it was ridiculous, that I only wanted to help the poor, but they didn't listen. I admit I spend time in the poor quarters, but I don't try to hide it. I'm there several times a week, in fact, usually in plain sight of everyone.
Tell me what you know about Chandler Ling.
Well, nothing really. I'd never heard of him before this. I heard what Jitong said about him, but that's about it. He seems decent enough, I suppose.
What do you know about the slave traders?
Nothing. I've heard rumors in the past few months. The residents in the poor areas were getting worried, though I never knew anyone who disappeared. One of the girls I helped out in the poor area said her uncle had disappeared, but I never met him. She was devastated, of course, and she blamed the slavers. But it was all just speculation. No one had ever seen anyone being abducted. There wasn't even evidence of struggles or violence. I don't know what else to tell you.
I must be going. Goodbye.
I understand. If there's anything that might help you find the slave traders, I will gladly tell you. Please, don't give up until you've found them.
I trust Songtao. Don't trust Ling, though. Chandler Ling. But we'll find out. Find out soon what's going on.
I've seen what happens to some of the arena fighters. It isn't pretty.
Watch yourself around the Lotus Assassins. There's something unnatural about them.
Hold on. I thought there's supposed to be somebody over here we were supposed to talk to, but maybe they're up there?
Lost, citizen?
No.
Be about your business and stay out of trouble. Pleasure to be of service.
We'll just enter this area and pull up the map. I'm trying to think, though. I thought the woman we were looking for was around that area. Maybe she's actually in the Black Leopard School. I don't want to go too far in here, though. At least not yet. We will be coming here in the future, though. We could, however, turn back around and do that other quest we just got. And see where that leads. But we'll figure something out. Yeah. We're not gonna do this yet. Saving game, please don't turn off your Xbox console. Seriously though. Where is the woman that we need to talk to? I mean, we don't have to. We could just go beat up the ghost. But I don't want to do that in this playthrough. We'll do that next time. I want to talk to everybody, and I want to see what everybody in this world is like. I want to experience it, and I want to experience the characters in it. And next playthrough I want to do the same, but I want to see how they react to closed fist playthrough style, I guess. It's been a while and I had to think of what it was called. Alright, so let's see. Pull up the journal. The slave traders. Perfect. Prefect Jitong has 2 men in custody, but he believes that only one is associated with the mysterious slave traders. The prefect thinks Zibao might have something to do with the traders. You can find them in the heart of the Empire Tavern. I keep wanting to say perfect, because that's how I originally read it. Zibao suspected slave traders drinking in the heart of the Empire Tavern. I can never get this right. I believe it says in the Imperial Arena. We didn't talk to this kid. I wonder if the Outlander got scolded by his tutor, and that's why he doesn't scream and shout anymore.
Now that the Outlander has been defeated, the Scholar's Garden is once again a place of peace.
That Outlander guy, I can't remember what his name was, he was pretty loud. Have you seen any ghosts? I've looked everywhere, but I can't find any. Ooh. I can't believe we have not actually came back here yet. Configuration of the dragon. If I'm not mistaken, that is a recipe. And there are 11 or 12 recipes in the game that we need to make. And they'll give us stat boost, or they'll change things. I think that's right. It's been a while, I could be mistaken. But I strongly believe that's right. And we have a few. I'm gonna actually look and see in the inventory if I can see how many we actually have. I don't think we've made any yet, though. And you have very limited supplies to actually make those items. So I don't think you can actually make all of them in one playthrough. And you can straight up waste the materials that you need. Because you can just like play around with it and do whatever. So, Zibao, yep. Let's see if I can find this. Where is it? Plot items. I think it's there. We got horse, snake, and dragon. Dragon's new. Something about this strange poem made it stick in your mind. Configurations guided by the tiger burn bright as the cauldron bubbles in the night. The cogs whirl their graceful dances, but they grow tired unless they drink of the water infused with sulfur. And in that is the actual stuff we need to use. It tells you what you need without actually just flat out screaming it in your face. And I'm sure I'll probably mess it up. Let's go up here and see Zibao.
There are rumors flitting about the city that you seek the attentions of the executioners. These rumors come from the palace itself, leaving me intrigued. You are a novice with no standing in the arena. What makes you think you are of any interest to me?
I am the most skilled fighter here.
Then show it with your skills,
Sorry about that.
not your mouth. Anyone can talk about their victories. I need people who let actions speak for them. If you were to knock Iron Soldier from his perch as Silver Division champion, I would be impressed. I will be here if you wish to petition me further, but I don't acknowledge anything less than the best. Return when you are worthy, and no sooner.
I think I could take him. Z-Bow should be right here. Yeah.
What do you want? Do I know you?
No, but I know you, Z-Bow.
Really? Lots of people know me, so what? I'm a little busy right now. I've got a bowl of wine that needs drinking, so why don't you just find someone else to bother?
Link told me you'd take me to see the slave traders.
Who? I don't know anybody by that name, and I don't know anything about slave traders. Leave
That was
me
probably
alone.
terrible.
I have nothing to say to you, so why don't you just keep moving?
Take me to the slavers, or I'll break your neck.
Look, you don't have to get that way. These guys are ruthless. I'm just looking out for myself. I hope they decide to kill you instead of me. Come on, I'll take you there now, but I can't promise
I
you'll
knew
get
that
a
was
warm
gonna be close
reception.
fist. But I really don't think I don't have the money to charm him into doing that for me. Even then, it might not work. I wonder what's going to happen whenever we get there. But I mean, it won't take us long to find out.
Z-Bow, what is the meaning of this? Summoning me to this place was bad enough. You know I can't stand the stench of these beasts. I've already dealt with the last shipment of slaves, and with that damned prefect poking into our affairs, we have to be extra cautious. Now, there's an unknown quantity in this little meeting. Just who are you?
Moen, I'm here to clear the name of Scholar Song Tao.
Song Tao? Isn't that the fool who's taking the fall for Chandler Ling? Well, you've overheard your evidence. Too bad you won't get to tell anyone. Z-Bow was a fool to bring anyone here. We can't afford anyone nosing into our affairs right now, and you've heard too much. Get her, boys, but don't kill her. We'll get quite a bit of silver for this one.
Oh, they think they can win. Take out Z-Bow. Because he made us get close to fist points. Oh god, camera. Charge that dragon. Finish it. I haven't used focus yet.
Focus.
Slowly. You got a little bit of
This has
silver
gone
there.
far enough. You're far better than the last dog who dared cross us. Maybe I was hasty in my decision to attack you. I have an eye for raw talent. That helps when picking slaves, but it comes in handy in sizing up potential allies. Who are you, and why are you here? You're clearly too skilled to be one of the fools hired by Prefect Jitong. So what business or grudge do you have with us?
I'm here to put an end to your slaving.
You're one of them, are you? Another fool like that scholar Song Tao, always thinking the poor are worth saving? You're better than that. You've just shown me your strength. Any poor wretch who had the discipline to fight like you wouldn't let themselves be enslaved. Someone like you deserves to work with me, not oppose me. I have a friend who could use your help, and I'm prepared to pay for it.
Are you done talking? I have a slaver to kill.
If only I had a silver coin for every time I've heard that. Come then, let's end it.
1,000 cuts.
He's not going to be able to do anything to us. Oh god. Looked like he flew for a second there.
Storm dragon.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this or you might notice this. I forgot what it's called. The shocking attack does no damage.
Storm dragon.
Storm Dragon. Literally does no damage. You receive slaver documents. So now we can take this back and free Song Tao. I believe that's the right name. And then we'll actually look and see if we have any information on the ghost stuff. I don't know why I said ghost stuff. On the woman we need to talk to take care of that one ghost. So I mean technically ghost stuff, but still. Really curious as to where she actually is. But maybe we'll see soon. If I can figure out where she is. I'm not going to talk to them yet because I believe that's part of the arena quest line, which is one of the main story quest lines. And we're actually not going to be playing too much longer. Not because I don't want to, but because, like I said earlier, I need to research more and be better prepared for this so I can show off more things in this game. Also, I kind of want to have her in the party, but I'll wait until next time. Probably I'll switch to her. Maybe not. We'll figure something out. I do need to put everybody in the party and play around with them in the group at least once. And I don't remember who has and hasn't been in my party during streams. But, I mean, there's still a lot of game left. We'll be able to show off everybody. Now let's see. Oh yeah, I was about to go to the necropolis.
There you are. The governor sent Ho Chong, one of his lapdogs, to oversee the trial. I hope you learned something, or I'll have to proceed with Song Tao's sentencing.
I spoke with Zibao. Or Zibao, I think it was Zibao. And he took me to the slavers.
He took you there? That's incredible. That's remarkable. Well, what did you find? Have you discovered evidence that exonerates Scholar Song Tao?
Yes, I have. It's right here. Take a look for yourself.
Ha! That doesn't prove a thing. Pieces of paper can be bought and sold just like anything. Just like anyone.
I'm afraid you're quite mistaken, Chandlerling. This proves a great many things, including your guilt. I never suspected the slavers were so well connected.
Let me see that. Well, this certainly looks interesting. I suppose Scholar Song Tao can go free then. And you, Chandler Ling, will come with me for sentencing. It will be quick and harsh, I suspect. This sort of thing will not be tolerated in the Empire.
It's all a lie. You don't know what you're doing. You're all making a very big mistake.
Thank you. Thank you for risking yourself to help me. If there's anything I can do to repay you, please ask.
I'm just glad an innocent man didn't suffer.
You are too kind. I have no real way to repay you. However, I do have some items you might be interested in. They're not here, of course. Come and find me in the Scholars Garden, and I will be glad to show you what I have. I'll see you there. Goodbye, and thank you again.
Aura of Calm Gem. I guess he just disappeared. And we got Way of the Open Palm stuff again. Maybe that'll counteract the intimidation we did earlier. I mean, I hope it did.
I don't care even if there are ghosts. The Emperor is stronger than all the ghosts put together.
I don't remember if I talked to her before. But I mean, oh wait. Let's see. The first Gravedigger. You've accepted First Gravedigger Shin's job to put the ghosts back in their graves. He has asked you to put rest to the spirits of Miss Chan, Merchant Bai, and Mr. Ren. You can find them throughout the necropolis. He offers a reward for each one you put down. A mournful ghost. Bring peace to Miss Chan. She can be found somewhere in the necropolis. While Shinra will reward you individually, he's ultimately tasked you with destroying all three of the ghosts. The fearful ghost. Bring peace to Merchant Bai. He can be found somewhere in the necropolis. Okay, it's all the same. It's just for each one. It doesn't really say anything else. We'll go back there and maybe, possibly, we can interact with the ghost and find out a better ways to take care of them other than just beating the crap out of them. I mean, I hope that's the case at least. It should be. But we'll find out. Hopefully this will go smoothly. Also, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, we're going for Sky in this playthrough. Who's this guy right here? He's one of the romance options. And then in the next playthrough, we're going to go for Silk Fox and Dawnstar. Because there's only going to be 2 full playthroughs. And I'm going to hopefully be able to record stuff outside of stream and show off the rest of the stuff that way. But yeah, this playthrough we're going to be getting together with Sky. And then next playthrough we're getting with Dawnstar and Silk Fox. Because that's the thing in this game. I don't know if that's the thing in other BioWare games. But I found it really strange that you could be in a romantic relationship with 2 people at the same time in this. You know, it doesn't really amount to much since it's much, much later in the game. But yeah, it'll be a while before we get there. But I thought I should bring that up since I saw that. I can roll around here. You can take out this lost spirit. Oh, that is not actually him. It? I don't know. Ghosts are easy to defeat, and to be fair, a lot of enemies are easy to defeat. The Nature of the Spirit, Volume 3. The folktales surrounding the disappearance of the monk did not disturb me. The mines had been inactive for a century or more, and the surrounding villages had long since decayed. Any spirit that fed upon humans or human emotion or pain would have left in search of easier prey, or so I had thought. As I searched for the moss spirit that had brought me to the depths of that mine, I began to wonder if the legends were true after all. If the spirit or whatever it was that had driven away the miners could reside there still. In my mind I began to hear the whispers in the dark and the screams and cries of those who lost their lives ages ago. Will we be running into that at some point? Oh god, we don't even get to see the map. Tomb of Jaizen. This sturdy door cannot be opened at this time. I will say, I do feel really bad about mispronouncing these names, and I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. Large gates. What's behind here? Wildflower, apparently. We can't go this way. There's nothing over here. The spirit fonts will refill our magic meter. These tombstones could have things for us. Not all of them will be interactable, but you never know unless you explore. 25 silver. Not bad. Knew there was going to be a trap in one of these. Because there always is. But hey, we at least got some money out of it. Also, I just realized I didn't trust that guy because I was like, he's robbing graves. And then here we are doing the same thing. I mean, it gives me the option to interact with it I want to. Lost spirit. There's 2 of them this time. Oh, there's 3. We'll go there. There should have been 1 or 2 between these, if I'm not mistaken. Then again, this has been a long time. I love Thousand Cuts. That's like my favorite move in the game. Also, I think attacks like this are the only things that actually hit the ghosts. Summons might, or transformations, whatever you want to call them. But I don't think anything else actually affects them at all. Tomb of the Forgotten Scholar.
No, no, we can't allow that to happen. It would be too much to bear. But this poor wretch isn't much good either. No, not at all. But what else is there? What else is there? Work, damn you, work! Huh? What do you want? You can't have me, corpse. Not yet.
I'm a Moan, and I'm not dead.
You're not dead. I'm sorry, I just panicked. I thought you were some spirit here for revenge.
Revenge for what?
Ah, well, my work, you see, while very important, may upset some of those spirits not fully at peace.
What are you doing here?
I am conducting my research. I am a doctor by trade, studying the internals of the body and the energies that drive it. But lately, I have come on hard times. My daughter, Wen Siwei, has fallen ill, and nothing in my previous training could help me with what ails her. Her liver has been rotted from within, corrupted by some energy I have never encountered before.
Some energy?
I don't know what it is, but it has prevented her liver from functioning. Now her body no longer responds. I fear she is dying. I could not stand the possibility of her loss, so I took matters into my own hands. I researched the workings of the body and the spirit, as well as the lore of the creatures that live beyond death. I believe I have found a way to save my daughter, but I have not been successful in my efforts.
What do you have to do?
I have found a way to strengthen, no, to replace the corrupt flesh of one living creature with that of another. Through the energies of the earth and by the divine will of heaven, her body can be made to accept the organ as if it were a part of her. She can be given a new life. But these cursed, wretched corpses do nothing for me. They are too old, too dead. Their organs are rotted beyond repair, even the ones recently buried. I need something else, something more. Either one that is perfectly preserved or one that is fresh. Her time is drawing near. If I cannot get a new organ for her soon, I fear it may be too late.
Why not give her your own liver? I'm actually kind of curious as to what you'd say about this.
I would give anything to see her saved, but my techniques are much more advanced than any normal doctor could comprehend. I must do the operation myself, or find a savant of such skill that I would feel safe giving them control.
I know a doctor who could help you.
A doctor? Of such skill? Who is it? What's his name? Where did you find such a person?
Her name is Dr. Anne.
A doctor? And a woman? Amazing. You think she can help? Please, then, bring her to me. Let me speak with her.
I'll bring her back to you.
Thank you, stranger. Thank you. Bring her to me, and she may be able to help me with the operation.
Yeah, let's do that first. The Nature of the Spirit, Volume 2. One encounter brought vividly to mind was deep in a mine along the ridges near the land of howling spirits. I was searching for a spirit I had seen the previous day. A spirit of moss and fungus that dwelt in this abandoned mine. Years earlier, the mines were so prosperous that several communities depended on them for their livelihood. But collapses, fires, and unexplained disappearances in the mines led people to become more and more fearful of them. I don't know what's going on with my voice there, I'm sorry. A local monk ventured in one night after hearing a disturbance, and he was never seen again. Thereafter, miners repeatedly reported hearing screams in the deepest tunnels in the voice of that young monk. I wonder what's in this chest here. Monk gem. We gotta go get the doctor lady. Dr. Anne, I believe her name was. Oh god, we got more lost spirits. Also, I know I said this was going to be a short stream. But I didn't realize how short it was really going to be. I need to take a shower. And depending on what time it is when we get back over here, I may actually call it. We'll be back tomorrow. Oh god. I didn't realize how close I was to dying. We'll be back tomorrow though with Fear. I gotta actually figure out what I want to do for that playthrough. And we'll do more of this. Hopefully I'll have actually researched a little bit and I'll figure out something, or figure out what all we need to do in these playthroughs. Or this one at least. At least this one has one. So if I would have went the other way, I would have seen two guys. Didn't realize that there was two paths here. You may actually go the other way whenever we do come back through here. Not immediately, because we're going to bring the doctor over here. But tomorrow. Because I mean, it makes sense to me to do it tomorrow. I will say, it is fun playing this again. And I wouldn't mind playing this a bit longer next time. Oh, I saw something and I was like, wait a minute. We missed something. We missed that. I do have a few things like around me right now. And I do keep looking at them thinking, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that. But I don't have everything. I don't know what happened to all my notes.
Go over very badly.
But I kind of want all of them so I know exactly what I should do to get everything and show off everything like I've been wanting to do with this. I have done a few things that I'm happy about because I never went to the blacksmith to get those things. I know where he is, I just need to get money. And I can get those new fighting styles and show them off a little bit. I'm glad I got the dragon recipe. Because I do want to show off all that stuff. I don't remember exactly what it all does. I'm honestly think it gives you permanent skill boost. There are a couple recipes that I don't know if they're actually shown in the game, but they do some really cool things, and I definitely want to show those off at some point, but I don't know when that'll be shown off. I'm not going to spoil the surprise either, because I think it's like really cool that they do these things. But that'll be at a later date. That probably won't even be a stream, honestly. Probably be videos I record at a later date. Speaking of which, I think I brought this up in the last stream. I gotta get that last thing in Mario RPG. Also, I gotta redo Link's Awakening and get an ending where I don't die at all. So that's gonna be rough. I'll probably have to just sit down and practice that game whenever I get a Game Boy Advance player. Because I gotta do an extra dungeon, why not do an extra playthrough in color? Where's the doctor at? Dr. Anne, there she is.
While I cannot see you, your appearances are hard to ignore. Welcome again. Hapless-Han stumbled in here for yet another treatment after you defeated him. Impressive handiwork, though I find myself in a position to wish you were less skilled, especially with Han. He is a continual strain on my time.
What's wrong with treating Han?
I think you misunderstand the situation. I have no problems treating Han, but I receive no compensation for tending to injuries. I shouldn't complain, though. The arena pays me to look after you fighters, and Han's constant injuries have helped me hone my healing skills to a razor edge.
Show me what you have to sell.
Of course. Have a look.
I didn't realize she sold anything. Ah, she's got a lot of this stuff. We don't need any of it.
While I cannot see you, you're...
There's a man who needs the help of a doctor.
A man in need of a doctor? Why haven't you brought him here?
His daughter's dying and he needs help.
His daughter? Well, then something must be done immediately. If need be, I'm sure I could steal away from this noisy place for a few hours.
He's trying to give his daughter a new liver.
A new liver? That's impossible. He would have to be mad to try that. Acupuncture can do wondrous things, but it cannot restore an organ that has failed. I know there are some practices deemed able to replace an organ, but organs do not just appear. Someone must die to provide that replacement.
The replacement liver would be his own, no one else's.
He would sacrifice himself to save this girl? I am in awe, and I would be assisting them. It is no wonder he could not do it himself. But is the situation so desperate?
She could die at any time.
I cannot let this be. I know I must help, though the thought of putting a living organ into another person disgusts me. Still, his story is touching, tragic. I will do all that I can. Lead me to him, and I will see if I can help.
Oh, we're just going to teleport straight to him. We will be ending this a lot sooner than I thought originally. I still haven't eaten yet. For whatever reason, I thought, I'll wait till the end of the second stream. Plus, I need to shower. And I'd like to do that before 5. So yeah, I'm just going to end it after this. And plus, like I said, I need to get more research done on this and figure out what I need to do.
It's not right. It can't be possible that I... It's you. And this must be the doctor. Please, madam, if you could help me, you would have my eternal gratitude. I am desperate, and I have no other recourse.
Help him, Dr. Anne.
This girl, such a strong, vibrant life energy in one so young and so fragile. She is too young to have such a cruel fate.
Please, will you help my daughter? I will give you anything, all my research, just for you to save her. The liver. The liver would be my own. No one else would be harmed.
My skill in acupuncture can keep you alive through the operation, but you will not live long after. If you tell me how to proceed, I believe I can help her.
Doctor, my spirit will be indebted to you for all time. Siwei, I love you forever. Let us proceed, Doctor.
It is done. The man's methods are extreme, but very effective, as was his love for his daughter. A true parent would do anything to save his child.
Will she be alright?
She will live, provided she does not remain here. I will take her with me and care for her. If she wishes, I will teach her of her father's legacy. He would want that, I think. Thank you for bringing me here and giving me the chance to save them. I'll return to the Imperial Arena with her.
This man's sacrifice saved his daughter. The heavens look well upon sacrifices like that. In his next life, perhaps he will be a better person. Oh, we're just going straight back to the arena. I will at least take us to the necropolis and save there. But after that, we will be ending this for today. I'll be back, hopefully, early in the morning tomorrow for Fear. And I will do a good chunk of stuff for that playthrough. And then shortly after, I'll come back for Jade Empire, and I'll hopefully stream more than I did today. I should, honestly. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. Alright, now, let's get back to the necropolis and save there so we have a clear direction on where we're going whenever we get back. And yes, in this game you can save anywhere you want. I never understood why there was not a sequel to this. I don't know what it is either, but I absolutely love this game. It's fantastic, and I've never done a playthrough like this. I've always gone from point A to B, doing side quests along the way that I found. But I've never done a playthrough where I've honestly tried to do literally everything. And I'm seeing things that I don't remember ever seeing before in the past with this game. And I'm hoping that there's even more new things for me to experience during this playthrough and the next. Because more of this game is better than, like, more to this series, even though it's the same game for me. Just seeing more things in it makes me happy because I love the world, I love the characters, I love the way everything is set up, and I wish that there was another game like this, at least in the series, where it took place in the same, like a similar setting as this. But I don't think there are anymore. I say that, and I'm pretty sure Joey, if he was here, would be like, you should play Baldur's Gate. Which maybe one day, possibly.
Oh dear, this won't do.
I'm sorry about whatever happened there. Hopefully that won't happen again. But yeah, I know Joey would be like, you should play Baldur's Gate if you enjoyed this as much as you have. Or enjoy this as much as you have, because I know I don't ever really sound excited or anything, at least I don't think I do. But maybe one day. We'll see what happens. First things first, I gotta finish this and I gotta show off everything that's possible in the game. And I hope other people enjoy this or whatever they see of it. I'll be back in the morning for Fear. Spooky, scary Fear. And then I'll be back in the afternoon for this, and I'll hopefully play more than this, more than I did today, tomorrow. Thank you again for anybody that even stopped by for a few moments. I really appreciate it. Bye.